I'm putting the lockdown on Dwight. He's gonna have to get through me if he wants anything tonight. Let's make it happen.
Hello and welcome everybody, this is Aprilia. Thank you for watching my 9th video about playing a center in NBA 2K13. As you can see, today the Bucks are facing the mighty LA Lakers, and this is one of my first true key games against the true center Dwight Howard. While this match is playing in the background, I would like to talk to you about or share my thoughts about things, players, teams that are over and underpowered in the game. Now, first of all, just what is underpowered in the game? In my opinion, the only thing that is really underpowered in NBA 2K13 is defense, but it's partially a result of the difficulty settings that I'm playing. I'm of course playing with the superstar difficulty, so not the highest possible difficulty, and as I noticed, as you go lower and lower in difficulty, basically only the defensive abilities and the overall defense of teams and players gets lowered. So that means that this is the result why most of you will probably have like 110, 20, 30, 40 point matches. So basically defense is the thing that that is mostly affected by difficulty settings. Now the thing is that as you might remember, my little rant video about the Brooklyn Nets, in my opinion, the defense that they are playing is actually the level of defense that you should expect in an NBA match. So, like I said in that video, I'm not complaining about their extremely good defense. I was only complaining about the level of defense that they had compared to other teams. So if all other teams, just look at that, the other example with of excellent defense is the LA Lakers. So basically if they or every team has had defense like Brooklyn Nets, then that would be no problem. My only problem on that video was that while every team is underpowered on superstar difficulty in defense, they were not, and as you can see, the Lakers are not either. Now, just look at that dunk, which is a really nice introduction to my next thought, which is just to be fair, you also have to note that, and just look at that defense again, a good example of your player being overpowered. Because to be fair, you really have to consider that what you can do in this game, regardless of difficulty, is basically like 1 in a million. I don't know, like Michael Jordan's rookie year was similar to yours, most probably. So let's be fair, your player will always be overpowered in this game. Now, some players who I believe are often complained about, but in my opinion they are not overpowered, because they are in fact capable of things that very similar to what they are capable of in the game. For example, Kevin Durant or Melo or LeBron, and to some extent Kobe Bryant as well. If you check their averages in the game and you check your averages in real life, they are doing, well, basically what they are doing in real life. And any complaint about oh my god, I cannot stop the dunks of LeBron James, or oh my god, Kevin Durant just shot a fadeaway turnaround three-pointer, buzzer beater to beat me in the last game, and he scored 40 points. In my opinion, all of these complaints are unjustified, because these players are actually in their prime, they are young, and they are doing what they are. Just look at that. I mean, was that Dwight Howard? If it was, then it's completely justified that he blocked me, because he's, I don't know, like 3 times best defender of NBA, or defensive player of NBA, or something like that. If he blocks me like that, it's absolutely no problem. It's of course frustrating and it looks bad for you, but these players who are actually doing what they are capable of in this game, and they are doing that in real life, absolute or close to that, absolutely no problem. Now, other players who are, or actually a team which I played against and was okay, although it seemed a bit overpowered, was actually uh, quite surprisingly the Houston Rockets. They beat us, I don't know, by 10, 12 points in one of the recent matches. And of course, it was again really close match, really exciting. We lost, but yeah, we lose some matches, so there's no point, no problem with that. And also, they they are basically almost the perfect mirror image of the Bucks that I'm playing with, because they have 2 explosive guards, of course, with Lin and James Harden. Again, very good players in real life. I personally believe that, just look at that, answering back to Howard's dunk with my own, and then beating him in the post. Anyway, so in my opinion, Jeremy Lin is a bit overhyped, but again, just very recently in real life, they had a 140-point match where they shot so many 3-pointers that they actually set a record, or they couldn't set a new record, but they shot just as many 3-pointers as the previous record was, I don't know, 50 years or something, so it's completely possible in the game recently. So again, at this moment it is possible that they might do a performance like this. The only thing that about the Houston Rockets that was a bit strange, although it can be justified, was actually their third kind of superstar player was Omar Ashik. And if you check him, I would say that he was his performance in the game so his performance in that match was justified, was because if you check him, he usually gets about sometimes 20 rebounds or so in real life. So he's an excellent rebounder, but on the other hand, and just look at that again, spin move with a dunk, beautiful. Talking about Overpowered, your my player. So Omar Ashik gets about 20 rebounds, or is very much capable of getting 20 rebounds and then blocking his shots. Beautiful. So he's very much capable of getting 20 rebounds. However, he usually scores about, I don't know, 10 or so points. So he's an excellent rebounder, but he doesn't score that much. The only thing in this game that was different was, and in this match that we had against the Rockets, was that he did get actually 20 rebounds, so there was nothing wrong with that. Nothing to complain about. The only thing was that he also scored about, I don't know, 24 points. It was a bit strange, and of course simulation in this game can be a bit awkward sometimes, so he actually got many putback dunks. So seeing Omar Ashik jumping over 2 tall guys from our team, including me, for a ferocious putback dunk 5 times in a row within one match was a bit strange, but again, he's an excellent rebounder. Okay, this is the game, simulation is what it is. It was okay. Actually, one of the other teams that was, on the other hand, a bit overpowered, well, not a bit, a lot overpowered, that again beat us, the Bucks, very recently in the game, was the Toronto Raptors, who did not have Rudy Gay yet. DeRozan was injured, and yet they beat us, I don't know, by 20 points. This can happen in the game, of course, but they are actually in the third seed in their conference in the game. So they are actually one of the best teams in the NBA at the moment in the game. So I don't know if it's like a freak of nature, random number generator, God helping them, and they miraculously win every game, or if it's deliberate. So they should be number 3. I'm really not sure, because yeah, I mean it is kind of an interesting sight seeing the Toronto Raptors, the top 3, or actually in the 3rd spot in their conference. But anyway, this is one of those strange things that might happen. Now the other thing is that actually talking about your overpowered MyPlayer in the game is that the funny thing that if you get to the 2nd season and you start seeing the rookies of 2014, of course these imaginary players who come into play, and they actually start playing at the level that you are playing in your first year, and that it's actually kind of funny, because they are most of the times almost as good as you or better than you. Their overall rating and their success rate and their points and everything in the game, so it's actually kind of funny to see those players. So that's basically the game getting you some justice for your outstanding and extraordinary performance in the game. So you, in your 2nd season, have to face new players who are just as good as you are. So that's I highly recommend playing through your 2nd year, because these unknown players will surprise you. And of course, with all the trades and everything that happened in the 2nd season, some teams that were really bad in their first or in your first season might actually become the best teams in the NBA. And once LeBron James and Dwight Howard are both traded to the Houston Rockets, then it becomes interesting. However, and this is the last thing that I would like to talk about, in this game, and it's no spoiler at this point, because you can see that I edited many of his shots, Kobe Bryant in this match that you are watching, actually at halftime he scored his average points, and at the end of the match, spoiler alert again, he scored 66 points. This is on superstar difficulty, like usual, or as usual, because I still play on superstar difficulty, and this, in my opinion, is a problem, because let's be honest, I mean, Kobe Bryant is kind of like a blessing and a curse for the Lakers in real life, because of course he sells the jerseys, he sells the Nike shoes, he sells the tickets for the arena, he sells the jerseys and everything, so he's a blessing for the team. Of course his basketball knowledge is almost like unique in the NBA. When you might remember, when he was injured, he was like assistant Kobe, and I'm pretty sure that he gave excellent advice, and he is always giving excellent advice to his teammates when he's playing. So whether he's playing or he's on the bench, I'm sure that he's invaluable to the game now, or to his team. Now the thing is, however, that in real life, let's be honest, he scores about 30 something points, but he shoots with, I don't know the exact numbers at this moment, but he shoots at 40% or something like that, or even less. And this is why I believe that he's a part curse for the Lakers in real life, because of his shooting percentage and his tendency to shoot instead of passing. And as you might remember, there was actually again very recently a statistic that showed that whenever Kobe Bryant scored more than 30 points, his team lost more matches than when he was scoring less than 30 points. So basically, when he involved his players, I mean his teammates, his team was winning more because he was shooting at such a low percentage. Now, of course, you might say that Kobe Bryant actually did score 82 or something points in his career, but that happened, I don't know, like 10 years ago, when he was in his prime and not a few years from his retirement. So if you say that because once he scored 82 points, he should be allowed, so to speak, to score 82 points in the game, because he would still be able to do it, then it's something like as if you said that, well, once Michael Jordan could dunk from the free throw line, so he should be able to do it today. At, I don't know how old he is, 50. Okay, so you see the comparison. Basically, just because once he was at a level and at a single game when he could score 82 points doesn't mean that 10 years later he's still capable of doing it, and it doesn't mean that you should be building the simulation of the current year or the current season based on the history of a certain player. But the point I'm trying to make here is that you have the historic teams in the game for a reason. If you want to simulate past performances and past capabilities of even the legends who are still playing, because, I don't know, Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett and other players who are still in the league but and are considered legends, perform at extremely high levels in the historic teams, at levels that they were capable of, then it's absolutely no problem. So if in a historic team Kobe Bryant scored 66 or 80 points a few times, then I would say that, yeah, well, that's what he was doing in real life. Now, on the other hand, if they are doing this kind of performance at the current season, or in the current season that the game is trying to simulate, but because of, I don't know, too much respect for them, or for their past performances, or their legendary and Hall of Fame past, you make them overpowered in the present, then I believe that it's kind of a game killer, fun killer effect in the game. Because, to be honest, the Lakers are not that good at this moment, and of course I don't have a problem with having a hard and fun and challenging game against them, but they shouldn't beat us because of the past capabilities of one of their superstar players. In short, they shouldn't beat me because Kobe Bryant scored 66 points on me. In other words, Kobe Bryant is overpowered in this game, in my opinion. And that's it for me today. Thank you everybody for watching my video, and share your comments below if you like, and I hope to see you next time.